up, ladies? My name is Patricia, also known as God's Design, here on YouTube, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing a very hyped product for you guys, and it is the Hourglass, let me get the name together, the Hourglass Seamless Finish Foundation Stick. This thing has been all over Instagram and YouTube, and people have been loving this. But today I'm going to tell you whether it's worth the hype and if it's good for oily skin types. Now, if you're an oily girl, you know the struggle is also real when it comes to foundations. Will this one work? I will let you know by the end of this video. I bought mine at Sephora. The color that I wear is Golden Almond. You guys will see me apply this foundation. You'll see my initial reactions and also my final reactions after wearing it for a few days. It is the foundation, to give you guys a sneak peek, that I'm wearing right now. If this is the first time you're checking out any of my foundation reviews, there's a few things you gotta know about me, and that is that I love and prefer liquid foundations. I like foundations that cover, so typically medium to full coverage is what I prefer. I like foundations that give me long wear, longevity. I'm a busy girl, I got things to do. Anybody got time to be touching up foundation and makeup? So I like for when I put it on for it to last literally all day. And I also like for foundations to have a nice wide color range so that it can accommodate tons of skin tones, but particularly women of color. So these are things that I'm looking for, so you know so you know how I'm judging this foundation. So if you'd like to see how this foundation worked on me and if it works on oily skin types, then please continue to watch. All right, ladies, so let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be fun. It's that time of the month, and for me that just means my skin is not going to be acting right. So we're going to test coverage, we're going to test everything. So I'm taking everything out of the box. Maybe I should show you guys with the box first. Sorry, y'all. It's been a while since I did a beauty video. So this is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation Stick. Oh, that is like a tongue twister. All right, so there's the box. Very nice. I love the color. Yes. So this is the foundation stick, and this right here is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. All right, it is SPF 15, oil free, whatever. So I chose to use this only because it's Hourglass, and I just assumed they probably work well together. I got this in like a swag bag at an event that I went to, and I just have never tried it. So what better time than now? So I think I'm setting up this foundation stick really well by using a primer that's from the same line. So I'll show you guys the packaging for both. I know it's not going to be a review for the primer. Y'all came here for the foundation stick, so we're gonna focus on that. But just so y'all know, this is the packaging for the primer, and then here is the lovely packaging. I really like this for the foundation stick, right? And it's different. It's like a triangular shape. I love it. So my color again is golden almond. So we'll see if that is a match for me. So I'll apply some of this product to my fingers here. Now it does have sunscreen in it, so I guess that's why it's giving me that blue purple look. It is gonna have my skin looking ashy too, I feel it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this directly to the skin. The good thing about, you know, these foundation sticks, you don't gotta do too much. You know what I mean? Just apply it, put it away, and just gonna apply it like that. The foundation is looking good as far as color match, because you guys don't know what my color is anymore because I got this purple stuff all over it, right? But as you guys can see, if you guys look at the streaks and then look at my skin here, yeah, very similar, right? So you guys know me, I don't like to apply a lot of foundation. I really like to build. So this is what I'm gonna start with right now. I know it looks like not that much, but we're gonna start with this much right now, and then we're gonna keep on going. My preferred method of applying foundation is either a flat top kabuki or a beauty blender. So this is the one by Real Techniques, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply with a beauty blender to one side, and I'm going to apply with a brush on the other side, just so I can test out what works best with this foundation. If I already can tell that I like one more than the other, then I'm just going to go ahead and switch to it. All right, so I'm looking at this, and I can already tell that I won't prefer a beauty blender with this foundation. Use a brush. This is Sigma F80 Kabuki brush. And this foundation comes with its own brush. But I looked at that price though, and I was like, the devil is a lie. Oh yes, much better. I applied a little bit more to this side just because the Beauty Blender took most of the product off of my face, you know? All right, so we're gonna apply on the chin. As far as coverage, I think we're at medium right now, which is nice. And I imagine this foundation will be able to, like, you can build this one up, you know? So I'm gonna put a little bit more on the forehead here, a little bit right here. Yeah, it's very easily, it glides really nice on the skin. Like, it's definitely very movable, and I really like that about it. Add a little bit more around the mouth here. I don't know, I really like it. I like the way it looks. It really has this skin-like look to it. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna go ahead and just finish up my face, and then we can come back in and I can give you guys my sort of first initial thoughts about it, and we can give it a chance to set in just a little bit more. I don't even think I need like to set it. Like, I literally don't feel like I have anything on my skin. Like, it's crazy. So this is literally how much concealer I'm going to use, just so you guys know. I'm going to powder up just the areas that I concealed, and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. All right, ladies, let's go ahead and take, where's my light? Oh my goodness, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Oh my goodness, this foundation looks so good, and it feels so good, so lightweight. Like, I literally feel like I have absolutely nothing on my face. I love it. Like, I hate touching my face, but honestly, like, I would forget that I had foundation on. It looks great. I know it looks a bit bright on camera probably because I have this huge light in front of me. But it's like literally a perfect match for my skin. So that's my first impression. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this hair, put this hair together. You know what I'm saying? And oh, by the way, on my lips, if you guys are wondering, I'm wearing this beautiful color. It's called Brick House, and it is by Colored Rain. And it's like this burnt, like orange meets red, kind of like terracotta color, which is like my color for the fall. All of a sudden, I just love these shades. It's like, it's beautiful. And then on the eyes, if you guys are wondering, I used the new Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette. I think that's what it's called, right? Metal Matte Palette. Yeah, I want to do a review for you guys. I'm probably gonna bring that next. So that's where I got this like coppery, smoky type of look, and I thought this would go perfect with it. And so we're gonna slap on this hair and we're gonna go out. And yeah, so this is my first impression. From here, what you know I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wear this for a few days, and I'm gonna come back and tell you guys how I feel about it and how it wore over time. I may even come back later on, I'm not sure. I got things to do, you know, so I don't know. But my first impression is this looks good. The question is, will this wear well on an oily skin type like me? That's the question. That's the real question. And I don't know the answer, but we gonna see. And I'm gonna let y'all know what it looked like. Good morning, guys. So this is like day 3 of wearing this foundation. Please excuse the greasy lips and the deep voice. It is very early. Getting ready for work. I've been wearing this foundation for the past few days and wearing it different ways so that I'm able to really give you guys a good review on it. I literally have 15 minutes to put this face together, so we're just gonna do a little mini beat, little something. So I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. This is the primer that I use, I don't want to say most of the time, but a lot of the time. But this is one of the primers from the drugstore that really does a good job of keeping me matte most of the day, or as much as possible. I wore it yesterday, and actually have some clips of what it looked like probably 6 hours in, which is what I feared would happen. And that is I start to get oily over time. And you know, like I said, this foundation doesn't really boast to be mattifying, but that really does tell me that, you know, this foundation may not be the best for those with combination to, well, particularly those with oily skin types, you know what I mean? By the way, after 6 hours, I actually blotted. So I blotted after 6 hours, just so I wouldn't be walking around looking like grease face. And then at 10 hours, I came back and showed you guys again what it looked like. And again, I was oily. Again, I was greasy. So I was kind of disappointed in that, mainly because that morning when I put on the foundation with this primer, it looked so good. And I must say, I actually did get compliments on it yesterday. And I'm one of those people that wear makeup to work every day, so it's not like, you know, they were just complimenting me because I had makeup on. I have makeup on every day. But I must say, I was really shocked and surprised of the finish. It definitely looked much better without that particular primer on. And you know, this is why, you know, you do these type of tests and experiments, because just first impressions alone aren't enough to judge, you know, how a product does. Yeah, because you need time to like really test things out with different tools, you know, with different primers and whatnot, to see, you know, what works best, you know, and what type of environments. Because if I would have just went off of the first day when I only had errands to run, when I had, you know, I wasn't like, you know, running around, I wasn't, you know what I mean? I would have been like, oh, you know, this is, and I only wore it for a total of maybe 5-6 hours. So I wouldn't have known how it would hold up after that on my typical day. So anyway, guys, I want to show you how this foundation applies just one more time. Ooh, one thing I can say about this foundation, y'all know I don't use a lot of foundation, but I almost feel like you have to use, you can get good coverage, but you have to use a lot. And there ain't a lot in there, so I'm gonna spray my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus just to make it move around better, even though it does move well, don't get me wrong, but just so it removes a little better. So this is what I'm gonna use. And when I've seen other reviews of this foundation, I'm like, why are people putting on so much? But if you want to get medium to full coverage, you kind of have to put that much on there to get it. But look, oh, the finish is like, I don't know. It's really nice. I see why people like it, but I do have my gripes about it, and I'll share with you all what those are in the final review. All right, y'all, so this is the final look. All right, that's what that looks like. How pretty is that? The finish is just so beautiful. I can't take that away from it. It's so nice. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the final review of this and tell you what I think about it, whether I recommend it, all that good stuff. All right, so this is my second experience with a Hourglass foundation. My first experience was the Immaculate foundation, and I'll go ahead and leave a link to that video so you guys can take a look at that one. I was a huge fan of that foundation, and so I had really high hopes for this one because, you know, Hourglass has impressed me before, and I must say I'm really impressed with this foundation. So let's talk about the highlights. This foundation has a beautiful finish. I mean, it's gorgeous. Definitely what I would call buildable. I mean, light, medium, full, it can do it all, and still looking gorgeous. I have it somewhere in between medium and full right now, almost full coverage, and it doesn't look like I have a ton of foundation on. It literally looks like perfect skin to me. It just looks like like I was just born with this perfect skin. I love it. It definitely has a hydrating feel to it, so very nice for normal to dry skin types. Very easy to apply, very travel friendly. This foundation, I want to say, is definitely gorgeous and definitely lives up to my expectations for Hourglass. However, my gripe with this foundation is I don't feel like it's made for those with oilier skin types. I don't. I'm gonna be completely honest. I would say probably dry, normal to maybe combination if you only get oily in the T-zone. But if you're like me, you get oily T-zone and cheeks and everything, then I don't think this foundation is for you. But if you still like to experience it, I do think that it's one of those foundations that you can wear for like a solid 4 hours and it looks great, and you don't have to worry about you know, getting super greasy. I would say though, even when it does get greasy, it doesn't break down and fall apart and look horrible, but that, you know, the oil definitely shows through, and you have to blot and powder and all those things, and all those things are a headache. I'm the type that if I put on my foundation, it needs to last all day. I don't need to worry about it later on. And so yeah, I just feel like this foundation is really not the best for oilier skin types. I'm gonna just be honest. But other than that, I mean, the finish is gorgeous. Like, obviously, I'm still wearing it today. I love it. I've gotten compliments on the last few days that I've worn it, and I don't know. I think it's beautiful. It's literally gorgeous. I like this color for me. I feel like it's like literally like a perfect match. So if you were skeptical about this foundation, and you have like a normal dry skin type, I would say definitely try it. But if you have an oily skin type, I would say skip on this one, because I just don't think this is the best foundation for our skin types. I do have a video on the high-end foundations that I recommend and that I love for my oily skin. Definitely check that video out. It's always down in the description bar, and I'll also put it in the YouTube cards for you guys as well, for you guys who are looking for high-end foundations that are great for oily skin. And I also have a drugstore edition as well that you guys can check out for those of you guys who are trying to save a few coins. You know what I mean? Times are rough, trying to save a few coins. What else can I say? Oh, one more thing, guys. One more thing. This foundation is kind of expensive. It is expensive, and definitely expensive for how much you don't get in here. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like it's too expensive for how much you get, but you know what? Hourglass is Hourglass, and the last foundation that I bought from them wasn't cheap either. And I do feel like the quality you get, though, you know, it sort of balances out. So if you are wondering about this when you have a dry to normal, maybe a little bit of combination skin, give this one a try. This is awesome. Like, this has been hyped, and rightly so, rightly so. This is a beautiful foundation, just not ideal for oily skin types. So that's my final review, guys. Have you guys tried this one? Have you guys tried any Hourglass products? Let me know down below. If you guys appreciated this video, also let a girl know and give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I definitely would like to keep in touch with you guys in between these videos on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Periscope, and on my vlog channel. Everything you need will be down in the description. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys soon with another video. And as always, God bless.